There is something I'd like to ask you. Coming from Poland, from the set of not so perfect parents and the darkness in many ways than one, coming to this country 20 some years ago, not consciously, I didn't know that I created it till I created it. And I'm thinking, gosh, I had to jump continents, countries. Is it just simply for the expansion of who I am? Of the expansion of this universe? Because my choice coming to that environment before I was born. So we can have the conversation right now about it, or all the experiences on the way, wonderful in many ways.
Well, it's such a big question and a common question. And we want to give such a simple answer that you don't ever want to ask that question again.
Okay, I'm ready.
And the question is, why did such and such have to happen? Mm-hmm. And we said, nothing had to happen. Mm-hmm. But your grid has been filling in and filling in and filling in and filling in and filling in. So some of it is because of the intentions that you held before you were born. Mm-hmm. Some of it is because of the intentions that you pick up along your physical trail. In other words, contrast is such a wonderful thing. When you talk about the darkness in many ways of your earlier life, we want to say out of darkness comes the desire for lightness. And when you are in the vibration of the lightness, then you bless the darkness that inspired it. Yeah. We talked earlier today about, do you really believe that negative emotion is a bad thing, that contrast is a bad thing? Because we know for sure that it isn't. We know that it's a clarifying thing. We know that it's a defining thing. We know that it's a focusing thing. And so the simple answer that we want to give you that makes you not need to ask those kinds of questions again is that things are always working out exactly right. And that if instead of wondering how you got here and what it took to get you here, if you just stand where you are and think about now what, that perhaps is the best question, the best focusing question that any of you could ever ask yourself in any moment in time. Now what? Now what? Mm-hmm. In that expectant now what, meaning now, because now is where all of your power is. Now is where the juncture of you and you meet. Now is where you hold it under or you let it float. In other words, that's what now is. You're holding it under to some degree or you're letting it float now. So now what? Meaning, now what will be the grid filling in experience in response to what I've established now? And we think it is so lovely that the grid fills in and you say, oh, not so much. Now what? Oh, not so much again. Now what? More of the same? Are you kidding me? Now what? Now what? Now what? Until you show yourself that you have control over now what, because you have control over your response, you see. You have the ability to step back from it. You have the ability to get closer. You have the ability to talk about it and keep it going, or you have the ability to not talk about it and slow it down. You have the ability to think about it and keep it going, or you have the ability to not think about it and slow it down. You have the ability to increase the momentum or to slow the momentum. Now what? Now what? Because the question means, now what am I doing vibrationally? And now how is the universe responding to the what that I'm now doing? And the what that you're now doing is vibrational, vibrational feeling, vibrational feeling, vibrational. We like that you have past that is not as wonderful as what you prefer. We want it to always be that way. We want every single thing that you've ever lived, no matter how great it was, no matter how many people were cheering for you, no matter how young and beautiful you think you were at the time, no matter what, we want what is past to be less delicious than the now. And we promise you that it can be that way when you get the hang of this. Now what? Now what, universe, are you going to surprise me with in terms of timing and details that's a match to the preparation that I've made?